for waking up with us. We are going to sell out on sports.
Wall to wall and I still ain't sold out.
It's The Drive, live on The Fan.
Hey, everybody, good morning. Greetings, salutations. Where's this microphone? I'm in a different seat this morning. I got to get all comfy, get everything moved around a little bit here, and we are live from the Finley Hyundai Studios, ready to rock and roll on a throwdown. It's not just any throwdown. It's a May 21st throwdown. It's a graduation day throwdown. It's a day after a Vegas Golden Knights win throwdown Thursday here on the Fan Sports Network. Devin Dixon, Paulie Ratliff, and how about those Go Knights go last night in Game 1, Rocky Mountain Low for the Avs as Carter Hart, a gem in the net, and he is the hottest goalie left in the postseason. You cannot convince me otherwise. After last night's performance, he still doesn't have a regulation loss in the postseason, and this is a kid that was hurt most of the year that has started every single playoff game. And Knights Game 1, they steal away home ice from the mighty President's Cup trophy winning Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, it's a big win. I mean, it can't be understated.
Come on, can I get a little more excitement than it's a big win?
It is a big win.
Come on, man. You picked the Knights. I picked the Knights. We all were on the Knights. We felt like we were homering it a little bit yesterday, and then we thought, you know what? This team, wasn't that long ago, they were winning a Stanley Cup. This team, built for the playoffs, they keep making big-time acquisitions like Jack Eichel, like Mitch Marner. This team keeps building to win titles. And they are now, 7 wins away from Lord Stanley's Cup.
Yeah.
Come on. Trying to get you fired up, baby.
Yeah, you are. You're trying. I mean, I think
Not
it's
very successfully.
It's one game. You know, to play the devil's advocate, it is one game.
Sure.
And Makar was out. So their second best player was on the shelf.
Yeah, Stone was also out too. Our second best player.
Yeah, that's right. He might be out for a while, so I wouldn't bank on him coming back soon. So,
you have some inside information because you've been saying you don't know what's wrong with him. You're just guessing.
No, I just think it's real serious, and that's why they're just not.
He skated yesterday at practice.
They're being coy.
He skated.
Did he?
He skated with the team yesterday. It's an injury that's allowing him to skate, but I think you're right. It's an injury that he's going to have to try to play through, and it's not going to heal by the time the playoffs are over. He did some light skate work with the team. It wasn't even known if he was going to travel with Colorado, but he did travel with Colorado to that game. But that's encouraging, if nothing else.
Yeah, I didn't know he had been skating. That is a good sign.
Yeah, you were a ghost yesterday. I don't know where you were. You were tuned out. I don't know. I think I got 2 texts with you. Oh, sorry, man. I've been busy.
Yeah,
you're so busy. So busy.
That's right.
Very busy guy.
That's right.
I host the show,
Super
ladies and
busy
gentlemen,
guy.
with a guy that is the most busy guy in southern Utah.
That's
he doesn't even
right.
have time to return my text.
That's right. No time. No
Goodness
time.
gracious. Oh, my goodness. Why do you think Stone's out for a while? You're just guessing because of the Wilson thing. You got that stuck in your craw.
It's been a while, and there's been no, firm update.
It's been since Game 3 of the Duck series. It hasn't been a while. It's been 2 weeks. There's injuries that are 2-3 weeks long that you just have to heal up. You don't know what it is. We have no idea what it is.
That's right.
We don't know. I don't know what McCarr's injury is. Do you?
Well, Oshie said the back, it's not something you can shoot up. You can't numb it and all of a sudden play through it. So if this is, again, his back injury that's flared up like 10 times since he's been traded here, then I don't think he's going to play, frankly, Because if he has a devastating injury in the playoffs to the back, he could be out for a large part of next year, the whole year. You never know. So I don't know. I think it is kind of fishy that he hasn't. There's been no updates. I mean, Tortorella's stayed really quiet on it, day to day, week to week. We haven't even gotten that from him. So I think it is more serious than they're leading on. It would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could be. Very well could be. We'll have to wait and see. And all I know is I'm fired up. Knights win 3-1 last night. Marner had a sweet pass. Howden had a sweet goal. Skorafiev does his thing again. I mean, Howden, I was saying, hey, don't forget about Howden yesterday when we were doing the preview and picks. And how clutch was he? I mean, absolutely incredible. Again, just crashing the net, getting a nice rebound on a defensive block that led to a breakaway. Just a lot of good things happening yesterday for the VGK. Paulie, try to summarize game one. I mean, you still away home ice. This is kind of a big deal right now.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, even though if they are missing their second best player, they still had home ice. So I mean, to win on home ice, to go up 3-0. On the Avalanche and them have that hellacious comeback. And Nick Dowd needs to be shouted out as well on the final sequence. He won the faceoff and got the empty net goal. So
let's go. Come on. Let's show you for everybody watching. Hear this guy? This is Dan Duva, voice of the Knights.
Here's Marner working through the slot. Puck came off the stick. In front, they score! Marner to Dorofeev. And the Knights take a 2-0 lead. It's a power play goal. Dorofeev's 10th of the postseason. And another assist for Mitch Marner.
Yeah.
Well, that is an impressive play.
Another assist. I did think Mitch would have 2 points last night. I did think he'd have 2 points last night. I was wrong on that. Let's get you Howden's rebound. Watch this block, Paulie.
Passing to Malinsky, shooting, blocked out high, goes right to Hutton out of the box, gloves it to himself, opens up, closing, he shoots, blocker save, rebound, they score! Brett Howden on the rebound, on the shot by
Fantastic stuff.
Jailbreak goal for the Knights, 3-0.
I'm fired up. Fired up, Paulie.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff from Hal.
Sorry to all you Knight fans that jumped off the bandwagon. I know you had good reason. I'm not mad at you, but I hope you're still enjoying some really good Western Conference Final hockey. And I hope that new Mammoth jersey in your closet that you did the jersey swap is worn proudly tomorrow for Game 2. I mean, I haven't seen as many Mammoth jerseys floating around the great state of Utah in the last couple weeks since the season ended.
Yeah, it's been a little quieter for Mammoth.
Yeah, and hey, that's a fun team to watch, and they're going to be right there in the mix again next year.
And Hart did have a regulation loss.
I think it was I think I should have said OT loss in the playoffs. They won the 5-4 game twice. He does have a regulation. I think I said that backwards.
Yeah.
But he has been tremendous since Torts took over.
He's been great.
I mean, him and Torts are kind of linked at the hip at this point.
They are. I mean, there's definitely some synergy there. They've worked together a long time. I mean, when I was up there for Game 3 after Hart probably had his worst game of the playoffs against the Mammoth when they scored 3 straight goals and that one off the mask. He had a couple soft goals. Somebody in the press row asked Tortorella, are you going to move to Hill or consider a move to Hill? And he said, absolutely not. This is my guy. I believe in him. I believe in his resilience. I believe in his bounce back. This was a bad game for him. He let in a soft goal, but he's going to be back and better than ever. And Tortorella deserves his flowers for sticking with Carter Hart after, they were down 2-1 to Utah in that series. So
I really think that the draft pick and the $100,000 fine kind of fired up the Knights, and they had a few days rest, which is good for an older team.
Yeah.
And the experience, the rest, and maybe a little chip on their shoulder with what happened at the end of the Anaheim series. 4-2, the final score yesterday. Want to hear from Mitch Marner?
Yeah, sure.
Playoff Mitch. We call him Playoff Mitch around here. I guess Toronto was the problem, not Mitch Marner. Here's Mitch after the game.
I think our team's done a great job with whoever you're out there on the ice with, talking, communicating, finding holes, finding plays. If the play's not there, we've done a great job of working low and working our cycle game. And obviously, we've got a lot of big bodies that can hold on to pucks and make plays.
Yeah, I mean, you forget about that. You forget about how good they are. Pavel Dorofeev, we just call him Skorofeev. This is what he had to say, and this is what he's saying about how big it was to take a 1-0 lead. Is he going to downplay this, Paulie? It's only a 1-0 lead.
He's going to downplay it.
Here is Pavel.
When you start on a road series, you always want to try to get a W in the first game because you have a chance to start from 0-0 and go to the second game up 1. So it's good to have one.
Good. It's good to get that one, but a very simple approach.
Yeah.
He's downplaying a little bit. How about defenseman Dylan Coughlin, who's been a two-way guy? He's been up. He's been down with Henderson. I mean, how big was it for him to get a goal? This is what he had to say after last night.
It was pretty crazy. Honestly, I didn't know it went in until I turned and looked at Shea, and he was smiling at me, so kind of just shot it, and luckily it went in.
I mean, 7,000 to 1 for Coughlin to score last night.
Yeah, pretty good.
You put $10 on that.
You're pretty
You're
giddy. All right.
I'm sure somebody in Vegas was like, I'll put a buck on every anytime goal, the long shots.
Whenever you think someone doesn't have a ticket for a prop or player,
Somebody's got it.
I mean, Aaron Rye, I saw tickets of people having him to win the PGA.
Yeah.
I mean, that was inconceivable.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure someone had Coughlin to score.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Let's hear from the Avalanche. Let's hear if you can tell me if you hear anything in the tone of this from the Av after the loss. Here's Nathan McKinnon saying the team has to play better.
It was pretty crazy.
That was Coughlin again. This is McKinnon.
We just weren't sharp. Execution was poor from everybody. Just got to be sharper than that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was mad last night.
He was definitely mad. Yeah, he was upset. And did he get his minus 110? I think he did at the very end of the game. I think on the empty net situation, he did score. Let me check that. But I thought he did. But maybe not. Maybe not.
What are you talking
Let's see.
about?
Nathan McKinnon.
A goal?
No, he did not.
No, he didn't score last
He got
night.
an assist.
Yeah, he didn't score last night.
That's right.
I watched the game. I didn't get a lock in like I normally would from the home, man cave. I was in Cedar City yesterday for a 6:00 soccer game. So I was watching my daughter play, and I had it on the phone. And then had it on, the phone with my Bluetooth on the way home. So I was trying to pipe in as much as I could, but I was still driving and still watching soccer. So I was multitasking last night. But there was some Knights fans on the sidelines. There was a lot of people asking me, hey, what's the score? How they doing? There was some interest. I mean, I think people are digging it. Hockey is a growing sport in our neck of the woods.
It is.
With the Mammoth
Definitely.
getting here and us being right smack dab between two NHL franchises, I feel like Southern Utah is really starting to turn into a hockey town. One more clip. Here is Scott Wedgwood on the mentality going into Game 2 with the Knights winning Game 1 last night in the Western Conference Stanley Cup Finals.
Get it right back. Next game, go ahead. I mean, you win that one, evenly split, 6-5, 6 out of 4, or whatever you want to call it, out of 10, and they get one tonight. So just turn around, repeat it, and we'll find the result we want.
Do you like...
Well, I said Wedgwood would be the one hole in the Avalanche, and he was last night. I mean, he got lit up. 3 early goals. It was kind of an ugly start for him. I mean, I never really thought he's a dominant goaltender. So they found their way to solve him, and they could have solved him for the rest of the series. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. You're right. You did say that yesterday, and they got him for 4. I mean, if they get him for 4 every night, the Knights are going to win this series in 5.
That's right. Yep.
Like he's gonna have his 2 goals. What was he? Just below 2 goals. He had the best goal average against in the NHL from goalies statistically this year. He was the best statistically, if I'm not mistaken. Throughout the course of the season, I mean, he started, I want to say 56 games or something like that this year. I mean, he did split a little time, especially earlier in the season, but then he kind of locked hold on that starting job, and he was really good.
Yeah.
But you didn't trust him last night, especially against this Knights team.
Not really.
Yeah.
He's not a guy that really scares me. When you look at the top goalies from this year, based on quanhockey.com that does all the analytics, all the high danger chances saved versus goals expected versus reality. They've got so many different stats, and it looks as if he is down the list. Top goalies, a lot of them aren't playing anymore. Karel Vejmelka, Saros from Nashville, Logan Thompson from Washington, Andre Vasilevsky from the Lightning, Connor Hellebuck, the Jets. I mean, there really aren't. Dostal is the first goalie in the top 10 statistics-wise that was playing previously, but none of the Carter Hart or Scott Wedgwood all the way down the list at number 25 overall goalie based on these analytics.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't believe in him. I don't think he's scary. You need a hot goalie in the playoffs to be able to survive, and maybe Wedgwood with his .921 save percentage and 2.02 goals against, that a lot of that is lent to the defense in front of him. I don't think he's that skilled and athletic of a goaltender. So I think the Knights are going to be able to solve him, and they did last night.
Nathan McKinnon did put the brakes on. He did have that assist to Landeskog, as you just mentioned.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. It was a greasy one. They got past, Carter Hart there. Carter Hart, though, how many saves did he end up? 30-some-odd saves. 36 saves. The over-under on Carter Hart saves last night, one of the prop bets, was 27.5, and the smart money was on the over. A lot of it's a road game. You didn't know the Knights would play with the lead, though. That was the big question mark.
Yeah.
Where the Avs had to really rush and hurry, and especially in that third period, try to get shot after shot after shot. They did cut it to 3-2 momentarily, and then the Knights got that empty netter or that breakaway off a block when they had a power play late. Plus, they pulled the goalie, and the Knights end up. Giving up one late, but they get that golden goal to go up 4-2, or 4-1 momentarily, and then 4-2 after that was the final score. So Knights take game one. Quick turnaround, off day tomorrow, back in Colorado tomorrow night for game two. You got to expect a different result. You got to expect it'll write its own script. You have to expect Colorado to, fight back and make this a little bit more of a hotly contested game. I think the Knights, though, mission accomplished. If they can go up 2-0, that would be huge. But just getting game one, knowing you've got a split going back to Vegas on Sunday for game three, mission accomplished for the VGK, no matter how tomorrow night. You could probably play a little bit looser and freer and maybe even, gamble a little bit more if you so choose, if you're Coach Torts and company tomorrow night, right?
That's right. I mean, Jared Bednar, they were asking about Cale Makar for game two in the post game, and he said, I don't know. It's a big loss. He's not playing right now. So, man, I think if that's an ongoing theme just as much as Stone, as Cale Makar's absence from
Huge
the lineup.
loss, yeah.
Massive loss. This is a Norris Trophy finalist. He's one of the top 4 defensemen in the NHL.
He's on your power play lineup.
He's a goal scorer. He's a guy that does everything, plays solid stay-at-home defense. So, I don't know. I think that's a big loss, and people are kind of understating that. I know he didn't play last night. If he doesn't continue to play, that really bodes well for the Knights because it takes away a lot of speed off that blue line for the Colorado Avalanche. So I think that is a story we will have to keep our eyes on and update the listeners every day. But I'm looking all over trying to find the latest update for game two, and there's nothing as of yet. So we will find out closer to game time, I assume.
Yeah, good fun. Jesse Granger tweeted last night, Dylan Coughlin's first NHL goal in 1,615 days. His last goal was December 17th, 2021 for the Golden Knights. Played for Carolina, Winnipeg between scoring his 2 goals for Vegas. So he hadn't scored since he'd been back.
Yeah.
And he spent some time down with Henderson and called back up. And obviously they're shorthand. The stories about him are going to be awesome. Really cool story, really cool moment for a guy that deserves it. Very easy to root for a guy that's just kind of continued to fight and scrap and continues to play on the big stage. And he scores a huge goal last night. Huge goal last night.
That's right.
That was one of the cool moments in sports. And the Landeskog goal on the McKinnon put on the brakes pass right there across the ice to beat Carter Hart on the backside. That was as pretty as it come. And that's kind of the Colorado I think a lot of people expected for most of the night last night, just didn't get it. All right, got to take a break. We've got the Snow Canyon State champ track and field team. Yeah, they won another title. They're stacking championships. They're going to be swinging by the studio and joining us. We are off and running from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Opening rant and a recap of the Vegas Golden Knights Game 1 win brought to you by our friends at Zag. Just get over there and protect your phone better. Get $20 off phone repairs. Just mention our show or the drive at either of the St. George or the Cedar City Zag location and just mention the radio special, and they'll get you $20 off if you need anything fixed with your phone, if your actual phone is broken. Now, if you have the Zag screen protector for your camera or the face of your phone, you can always just take those back in and warranty those. I think it's a $10 warranty fee, if I'm not mistaken. Zag, don't zig. Just Zag. We're back in a flash. We've got Coach Redfern and the state champs entering the building on the Fan Sports Network.
miss.
You're listening to The Drive, the longest running sports talk show in town. With Devin Dixon and Paul Ratliff.
Yeah, we could take the long way home. Or we could just get there quickly and efficiently listen to The Drive. Thank you for waking up with us and cruising out to work, out to, get a graduation gift, maybe?
Yeah.
Some people heading out of town on graduation trips, I'm sure, with school out. Today is officially the last day of school.
Yeah.
And a lot of graduations yesterday, and then a few more are today. So everybody, at least here in Washington County, I'm not sure if Iron County was yesterday or today, but everybody's graduating. So congratulations to all the grads of the class of 2026. And in just a few minutes, we're going to have Coach James Thompson, Coach Justin Redfern, and hopefully a couple of athletes from the Snow Canyon State Champ Track and Field team. That'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. They're rallying the troops, and they'll be joining us on the show here in just a few minutes. In the meantime, a little clap back, as Paulie and I like to say, last night in Game 2 in OKC as the Thunder and the Spurs. Another really delightful game.
It was a good game.
I was mainly locked into the Knights game last night, but I kept tabs on this, and as soon as the Knights was over, I jumped over for the last about minute and a half of this game last night. My social media was blowing up, and I do want to show this one clip to everybody. Did you see Stephen Castle last night?
Yes.
Holy smokes, Paulie. Talk about a unbelievable poster. I'm gonna load up I want to load this up because Hartenstein's trying to defend. Let's make this as big as I can. Give this a look or give it a listen for our radio audience. This is Castle out of UConn, one of their high draft picks that they've rebuilt this team with around Wemby and Harper and company. And watch this or give it a listen.
Wembanyama inside. He had Joe. He's got more attention. Oh, my goodness! Stephon Castle, welcome to this earth.
Oh, my goodness. Tarico, welcome to this earth.
I like that. That's a good call there.
Welcome to this earth. I mean, he threw it almost reminded me of the Blake Griffin, where Blake Griffin threw it downward. It was almost a flat throw. He left so far out. That had so much power on that dunk.
Yeah, it did.
And Hartenstein, I mean, you know, any young Spurs fans down in the San Antonio or in the great state of Texas, you better put that on your wall.
Yeah,
you better
be there.
You better put that on your wall.
Yeah,
do people still parents still allow posters on kids' walls?
Yeah, posters are great.
I mean, my son has
thumbtacks and stuff. It kind of bangs up the wall, I know, but you know, kids got to have a couple posters.
Yeah, I mean, I had a room full of posters. I feel like posters were big in the 90s.
Yeah, I like posters.
Late 80s through the 90s, early 2000s. I feel like posters has faded. My wife's done posters on my son's wall, but they're all like framed. And they look a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
and,
not like my dorm
nicely.
room
Not like your dorm. No.
With the thumbtacks.
No. Might smell better than your dorm room in college, too.
Definitely.
Unbelievable dunk.
Yes.
OKC wins this game, by the way, if you hadn't heard. They beat the Spurs. They tie the series 1-1 because of this guy. Take a look at just SGA, just a smooth performance last night for SGA.
You came in like Usher or somebody, yeah. Smooth.
Long time
oh no.
SGA lost him. Oh, stop it.
What do you think of that smooth
Yeah,
move?
he's got a lot of stuff in his arsenal for sure. I mean, he's a very impressive player, back-to-back MVPs. It's pretty obvious why. He's just so smooth with the ball.
Series tied 1-1, 122-113, the final in this one last night in OKC. I thought the Thunder showed some moxie, a little bit of resolve. You know, a lot of people were talking yesterday, Paulie, that if the Thunder lose both games 1 and 2 at home, the series is over. That was the talk of the town. And there was some nervous OKC. The crowd was lit most of the night, though.
Yeah, I think that this was, you know, kind of shows the Thunder lost to the Pacers in game 1 of the finals last year and went on to win the series. So I have no doubt the Thunder are going to win the series. If you're willing to pay it, lay it, to play it, they're minus 160, the Spurs plus 135.
That's the current.
That's the DraftKings current series price.
I think that's smart because the Spurs are already down De'Aaron Fox, and they lost Dylan Harper last night. He left the game due to a hamstring issue.
160 feels like stealing. I don't see any way the Spurs win this series.
Wemby would have to do something heroic.
Yeah.
And Castle.
And for plus 135, the value is not there for a miracle. You need more than 135. So, but I know it's not a miracle right now. It's 1-1. I understand.
They have stolen home court away.
They have.
And that's why that's the best time to probably lay the 160, because if they go steal game 3, then it's going to be 220 or higher.
Yeah.
And when it's a 2-1 lead.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to be stealing anything. I think they're going to be road favorites against the Spurs.
Probably if Harper and Fox are out, I would agree with that. I think you're probably spot on that. But it won't be a big line. It will be a couple points. It won't be more than like 2.5 or 3. There is some belief in Wemby. I mean, he plays really hard, and he is different. He is built different.
Spurs opening line, Spurs by a point and a hook. So
Paulie was wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a pick 'em, but you steered me to go 2 or 3 there, and I was still high. 122-113. I mean, look, it was tied 31-31 last night at the end of the first quarter, and then OKC kind of pulled away, had an 11-point lead at halftime, but the Spurs had cut it down to, I think it was 7 or 8 going to the fourth quarter, where in the final frame of a basketball game, plenty of time, and it's a single point deficit. So. This game really wasn't determined until crunch time. And after taking game 1 in that double OT thriller, I mean, look, I picked San Antonio. I went out on a limb. I might have been a year too early. This is OKC to go repeat, try to go back-to-back, join that list of teams that's done it. And you got the reigning MVP. I thought, I thought Chet Holmgren had to play better last night. I thought they played Hartenstein a little bit more, trying to go a little bit bigger lineup there to minimize Wemby's effect, and it worked. Wemby only had 21 points and 17 rebounds compared to over 40 points and over 20 rebounds. So they limited Wemby a little bit more. That was the emphasis there, and they were able to win the game. Castle had 25. Vassell had 22. Wemby had 21. Harper had 12 before he got knocked out with that hamstring injury, and it just wasn't even enough. I mean, you had 3 guys over 20 points, and it still wasn't enough.
And Hardenstein kind of reminds me of the classic, like, hatchet man. I mean, he's not going to give you much on offense.
Like the modern-day Bill Laimbeer.
Yeah. I mean, his sole job, I'm seeing a lot of videos from different accounts on Twitter of just sequences where he's bumping and grinding on Wembanyama. And I understand that's his role. He's not out there to score 30 points. He's out there to rough up the star player of the other team and take him out of his game. And I think he accomplished that last night.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And you look at the fouls, and Chet only used 2, but he used 4. I'm sure most of those fouls were against Wemby. SGA had 5 fouls. They had 21 fouls committed by each team. I thought the whistle was pretty good last night. I thought it was as far as a whistle goes in an NBA physical playoff game. I thought it was pretty good. The way that played out last night.
They got Hartenstein's highlights on ESPN from last night, and just look at the refresh first. There we go. And it'll be right up top there. Yeah, there it is, buddy. This is his highlights from last night.
All the weight. He's just holding, he's grabbing, he's clinching, and he's just trying to wear.
Look at this. I mean, it's just
hooking him,
just grabbing.
It's almost like a boxing.
Those are his highlights.
That's his highlights from last night.
Oh, boy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, those are. I love it.
I mean, he's just being the dirty. I guess you can call that dirty.
And his minutes were up.
Pushing the edge, whatever you want to call it. He was doing a lot of things.
The final line, 27 minutes. Isaiah Hartenstein, 10 points, goes 4 for 8 from the field, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 fouls, and he was the goon that just roughed up Wemby all night long.
That's right.
Love it.
He had a job, and he accomplished it.
122-113, OKC beats San Antonio. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, state champs are in the building. Coach Redfern, Coach Thompson, and some of the state champs, Snow Canyon Track and Field Warriors, will be joining us next. Don't touch that dial. We will be right back live on the Fan Sports Network.
Dixon and Paul Radliff on The Fan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. What's going on a Throwdown Thursday? State champs are in the building.
Yeah! How about them?
Snow Canyon track and field team dominating again up at BYU last weekend, and we couldn't leave them out. We couldn't let the baseball team over there at SC have all the fun. Coach Redfern, Coach Thompson, I want to start with you. We'll get to some of the ladies in just a minute. But, Coach, you're starting to build a dynasty over there at SC.
We are. We've had a lot of good athletes over the last 5-6 years. We've had a good run, so we're really proud of them and grateful for another opportunity to do this.
Take me through. Give me kind of a 30-second overview. I mean, did you start fast at BYU? Did you finish strong? I mean, what were some of the highlights from up there last weekend?
So we started off pretty slow. I mean, as far as point totals on that first day, we were probably in 7th or 8th place, maybe even further down than that. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, somewhere
the second
around
day
there.
is where all the points
Second
come.
day is where the big points came in. So we started off right off the bat in the second day, and we started closing that gap. And then right at the end, we pulled ahead with right before the last race of the day, and we had to kind of sweat it out the last race to see if we were going to pull it off, and the girls did.
How competitive was it? Justin Redfern, James Thompson, the coaches of the Snow Canyon Track and Field. Coach Thompson, how competitive was 4A in track and field this year?
Well, if I could say so myself, I think it's the best. I think 4A, we have the most teams. It's deep, and it's really difficult, especially in Region 9. I mean, every year we're competing with, it seems like, with a Region 9 team, and we keep pulling it out, man. I'm so excited about these girls and what they've been able to do this year. And our boys in the past, even our boys this year, they were close. I mean, I think that 4A is absolutely the hardest to come out on top.
You know, we talk about football and baseball and basketball and how many of these, athletes go next level, but track and field, I know you guys have had a lot move on to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
How many do you have that have committed to go continue at the collegiate level after they graduate?
So in this group, 2 of them. And we have one guy right now that's committed. And so, yeah.
More to come.
More to come.
This year, yeah. And overall, I think since we've been at the program, I think we're approaching 10-ish, something like that.
It's awesome.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. All right, let's tell me about the boys a little bit more before we move to the girls here, because I don't think we'll get to talk much more about the boys. But where did they end up finishing, and how close were they?
They were 5th.
5th.
Yeah.
Okay. And highlight maybe a kid or two that really shined that you
Sokai.
guys were impressed with.
Sokai Fa was by far.
Oos.
Yeah, he took second in the 100 and 200, and he was second on our 4x2 relay team as well.
Wow.
So he scored the most points of our guys.
Yeah.
So
Football kid.
Ben Judd
Yes,
was
he
up there
was.
too.
I remember for football season. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll circle back to Coach Thompson and Coach Redfern, but let's have the ladies step up. Let's start with Amelia Nadald, and Amelia, 16 individual state
how about
championships.
that?
We should we don't. I mean, you're going to have build a room for all your trophies. I mean, or medals. Which one was the most special this year? You're a senior now. You've been dominant all the way up through. But was there one that you were really excited to go compete in this year that was maybe a really good field that you knew you'd have to hold off?
Shoot. I mean, I run the 100 and 200 every single year, and I do pretty well in those. And that's always a fun one, just to go back to my roots. My sprinting roots, and see how I do in those races. But it was also really fun because I've never done 100 hurdles. This is my first season doing it, and it was really fun to see how I could do that at such a high state level.
And you win 16 medals. I mean, that's a ton, obviously. But is it more gratifying for you to compete in solo events, or do you like competing with a group and winning a medal as a team?
I think there's a lot of benefit in both. Like with just on my own, like it's all on me, and it's like I have to rely on myself. Like my training shows through my competition. But also, I also played soccer, and we won state there, and it was so amazing to win state with those girls. And just even on my track team, my team is so amazing. I love them so much, and it is so fun to compete with them every single day. And honestly, both are so fun in their own ways. days.
Sure.
I remember doing the semifinal game. KSL had us shoot that game at Greater Zion Stadium, and you guys ended up going to overtime, double overtime, and then I think it went to PKs again. You guys beat Desert Hills. You go on to win the state championship. Where does it compare? Like, is it state championships or state championships, right? 17 total, or did you get 2 soccer state championships?
One
Just
soccer,
the one.
just the one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, soccer, it was definitely very unexpected. Like, I didn't think we could do that, so it was a very unexpected win. But with track, it was just, the point totals, like, are spread out over the course of 2 days, so it's a little bit more of a slow burn. So by the end, you're like, oh my gosh, like, we might have just done that. And it definitely is, like, it feels amazing to get that track win because it's just been something I've wanted for the last 4 years. Unlike soccer, it was like, oh, no way, we just won state. That's crazy. But track, I was like, oh, I finally got that win that I've been dreaming of for so long.
Amelia Nadal here hanging out with us. How was graduation yesterday?
Oh, so delightful.
Are you tired this morning?
Yeah, you probably can tell.
Yeah, no sleep. Going on no sleep.
No sleep. I was partying it up.
I love it. I love it. What was your theme song? What did you guys walk to? Did you still pick a theme song nowadays, like a walk song?
I think it was just the graduation walk.
I don't know. Oh, that. Oh.
I'll sing it for you.
Well, yeah, you could. Well, Paulie was telling me that.
Yeah.
What did they play at your graduation?
Green Day, the Times of Your Life.
Okay.
And Good Riddance or whatever. Yeah.
And we played REM. It's the end of the world as you know it. So at the very end, did they play like a theme song, like a modern day song, not the dun, dun, not like the wedding song or the graduation song.
It's not a wedding song.
I know, but that'll probably happen for these girls at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
Amelia
but
Nadal.
no song is what we've concluded.
Yeah. At least they can't remember. They're going on fumes here, Paulie.
Right. I know. Maybe I'll be able to remember with more hours of sleep.
There you go.
Really quickly before we move to your teammates, tell everybody what the next level plans are for you because you're going to continue to run up at BYU, correct?
Yep, I'll be running at BYU. I'll do sprints and hurdles, mostly focusing on the 400 hurdles with a side of long jump, and so I'll be more of a 400 runner there, and I'm super excited to see where that takes me, especially 400 will be kind of a new event-ish. Like, I haven't done it in high school, so we'll see where it takes me.
That's fun. That's going to be fun up there. So you're pretty used to the facility there after all these state championships. You should be like you're home away from home, right?
Yeah, for real. It's going to be fun to actually be able to train on the track that I've been competing at.
And there's that distance runner up, Jane Hendrick. Oh, what an amazing storyline. She's from Tentview, I think, or something, and she's just a sophomore.
Yeah,
freshman or sophomore.
Freshman. Yeah, she's now a freshman at BYU.
Didn't she win in the national championship or take second in the national championship? I didn't follow it too closely, but I saw her in a lot of headlines this year.
I think it's coming up. The championship is the outdoor championship's coming up.
So. Yeah, but she did good in the indoor. Yeah, good stuff. Amelia, fun to see you play at the high school level. Good luck at the next level, and get some rest.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's bring in Jane Anderson. Jane, come on down. Talk to me about what events you were in and just your thoughts on winning state girls track and field, Snow Canyon High School. What's it mean to you, and how many great memories did you make with your teammates?
Oh, my gosh. To start off, I do sprints, so the 100 and 200. I've started to do the 400 a lot this year. I am a senior, so I guess started and ended doing the 400 a lot this year. And I also participated in all of the 100, 200, and 400 relays at state.
Wow.
And I did do jumps or high jump for a while, but I wasn't very great. State was a very eye-opening experience because last year, my junior year, was my first year ever doing track. So it was a huge jump from just doing super, not necessarily low-level competition, but I wasn't advanced enough to really experience this kind of stress, I guess. Because before every single race, I was freaking out. You can ask Coach Thompson. He was like, Jane, I know that as soon as you get nervous, you start asking stupid questions what day is it? What color is the sky? Right? I was just so nervous all of the time. But after our 4x1 was successful, I genuinely never felt better than that. It was the best feeling ever.
Well, you don't seem nervous talking on a microphone. How come you're so nervous running a track and field event? There's more pressure on that than this. You seem very comfortable.
I'm good at talking.
Oh, you're good at talking.
Yeah.
There you go. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do next level?
I would have wanted to do track if I had started sooner, but I'm going to be going into biochemical engineering.
Wow.
She's gonna make a lot more money than you, Paul.
That's right.
That's what that
translates
That's
to.
the translation.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a tough degree to get. I had a friend in college
Yeah.
that pursued that. It is hard. So I hope you're ready, and I know you are. So.
I'll need to get more sleep than I did last night to do that.
That's right. You only graduate once.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got to live it up,
We
right?
sat at Denny's for 2 hours. It was great.
There's no curfew on graduation night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never.
No, I love it. Jane, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy it. State champ Jane Anderson there. Let's bring in Miss Turner. She's going to step right up to the microphone. How we feeling this morning? You up late with them at Denny's?
Nope.
Nope. Not a senior.
I am.
Oh, you are?
I went to bed by 11.
There you go. What the heck? You were sleepy, huh?
Sleep conscious, very sleep conscious. She needs her 8 hours.
Well,
Or
this
how
should
many
be
did
the
you
best
get?
interview of the morning, then. You're fresh. Now, you look nervous to talk on the microphone.
I'm not good at talking.
Okay, so you're quiet. What events did you do? Let's start there.
Not nationals. State. I did the 100 hurdles, 300 hurdles, high jump, long jump.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Which one did you get the best finish in? Which one are you the most proud of?
I finished. My best finish was long jump. Got second, but my best, in my opinion, was the high jump. Yeah.
What'd you get? Did you clear 6 foot?
No.
5'8"?
I only got to 5'4".
5'4"?
Yeah, and then dropped my PR, but close enough, in my opinion.
James, she seems humble. I need you to come in here and tell me about her because she seems
she's
shy.
being super humble.
Yeah.
Let me brag on her. So she came in third in both the hurdle races that she did.
Okay.
She came in, was it fourth in high jump, and she came in second in long jump. She was beat by 1 inch in long jump. Yeah. And this girl is amazing. Okay. She's going to the University of Hawaii.
Nice.
She's running track. Yeah. And she scored 23 of our points that we
Let's
had.
go.
So
that's where
don't let her fool you with her shyness.
Turner.
She is a superhero.
I love it. I love it.
There we go.
See, I need coach to brag on you, even if you wouldn't do it on yourself. Tell me about deciding to go to Hawaii. Was that an easy decision? Like water, turtles, the sun?
Well, when I was going on my other visits, I was like, well, I'm going to go to this. What I was thinking about going to Belmont. But then when I went to Hawaii, I was like, this is like eye-opening. The coaches are super sweet. The team is great. I love it, like their lifting program and everything they're talking about. And I'm like, I need to go here ASAP. Yeah.
That's
I love
awesome.
It. I love it. Well, good luck when you leave. August?
August, yeah. Middle of August.
What do you got to do till then? Save money for the flight?
Train.
Train.
There you go.
Dad'll pay for the flight.
Yeah.
Or mom, whoever. Well, congratulations. Nice to meet you. Good luck with the Rainbow. Are they still the Rainbow Warriors?
I think they are the Rainbow Warriors.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite nicknames in all of sports. Makai Turner here with us. Let's go. We got 3 more athletes to meet. Let's bring in Piper Stark. Where's Pipe in the pink? Rocking the pink.
Woo!
How was your night last night?
It was good. I'm a freshman, so I just went to bed on time.
You should have been the first one in the parking lot. Were you the first one here this morning?
Second.
Second?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Punctual.
Second is good in track and field, especially at state. What was your best event?
My best event was probably, I did 100, 200 in long jump, but then at state I was an alternate for all the wheelies.
Gotcha.
Nice.
That probably won't be the case next year.
Hopefully not.
No.
Get fast.
What was it like winning a state title? You got a little dynasty, like I said earlier, to the coaches over there, and now you're going to be part of that group for the next couple, 3 years
Yes.
moving forward.
It was so fun. It's just cool because like they're all like working so hard, and just like being there, like cheering them on is so fun.
And being a freshman, what are the things that you've learned from some of the seniors that you can take to pass on to future freshmen and underclassmen?
Honestly, like they just work so hard and like they just like give it their all. Like every practice, like when they say go 70%, you do 70, maybe a little more, and like you just go full out all practices and like do your best, and they do their best.
Definitely a good thing to pass on.
Yeah.
We gonna, Coach, are we going to add in any events for her next year? What's the potential for Piper look like? Obviously, if she's an alternate, she's knocking on the door on the relays, and then,
Piper is one of those types of girls who is super athletic, and I think that anything I put her into, she's going to attack it. So I think that I might even try some hurdles. I've been trying to get her to do some hurdles because that opens up the door for a lot of things. And she's a cheerleader.
Okay.
Yeah, she won state twice this year.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Nice.
she's just stacking titles.
She's got a couple rings already.
Good luck catching Amelia, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be tough.
Mhm.
Maybe get to 10.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Double
You still
digits, yeah.
Piper Stark, everybody. Piper, thanks for coming in. Let's bring in, we got two more. Where's Miss Roberts? Right here, right in front of me. Okay, tell me what events you ran, because I'm not sure.
I ran 300 hurdles and the 200. But
Okay.
just 300 hurdles at state.
Okay, all right. Was Amelia in that same field?
Same heat, in fact.
Oh my gosh. Take me through that from your perspective.
Well, you get out of your blocks and she's already to the first hurdle before you even look up. And honestly, it's kind of nice that she is so fast because you kind of just have to chase after her and it pushes you harder.
Yeah.
It makes
Kind of
you
like
faster.
the pace setter, kind of like
for
that,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul wishes he could be a pace setter.
I've never been a pace setter ever. I've always been the one trailing way behind.
We couldn't figure that one out.
That's
Okay.
right.
So did you get a PR at what point in the
Well, I PR'd to qualify for state at our region track meet at Snow Canyon.
Nice.
And then at state, I didn't do my best race, but not my worst. And I have next year because I'm only a junior.
You're only a junior.
So I'm going to try again next year.
It's good. Good. Are we adding events for you next year, maybe? I'm sure
Well,
that's the plan. You're
I
losing
think
some
my
seniors.
coaches want me to do 100 hurdles, but we'll see how that goes.
Is 100 hurdles scary? Because it's so fast. You got to
Yeah,
just
it's
boom, boom, boom.
I think I'm better at longer distances, long-ish distances, but I mean, I can try 100 hurdles. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it when she says longer distances. Maybe we'll add the 800.
There you go.
400 in,
Honestly, I'll try it.
She'll try.
She'll try anything.
Hey, that's one thing about Davy is she is so good at being coachable and being willing to do the things that we've asked her to do. She's one of the top, if not the top returner in the 300 hurdles. So hopefully we'll see a state championship out of her next year. So
I love it.
exciting.
I love it. You coming from your mom or dad do track and field growing up?
My mom actually did 300 hurdles also.
Really?
But she's from Wyoming in a little school, so it's like she went to state, but I don't know what their qualifying times were.
That's all right. I'm sure by the time you're
I
a
think-
senior, that story will
Yeah,
change.
I think we looked at it and it was like insane the time differences from when she raced and when I raced.
Bigger, faster, stronger nowadays, huh?
For sure.
I love it. What's the off season gonna be like for you?
Well, I have soccer. I played soccer with Millie this year in state, so I have that again this year. I'm going to be a senior.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, just track again.
Were you on that team at State Cup? Won State Cup last week?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, that's the younger.
Unfortunately, those are my friends. I don't play for that club team.
Okay, but those are some of the sophomores, probably the younger age group.
Both sophomores and juniors.
You sophomores and juniors, yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Nice to meet you, Davey. What are you doing? You working this summer? Or are you just training?
Working, lots of soccer. I'm going to Vogue Summer School for
Wow.
fashion this
Okay.
summer. Which is
Okay.
going to be really awesome.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I have no comment because Paul, neither of us have any fashion. I wear golf.
Well,
I mean, maybe you could help us.
well, it's honestly just like, Vogue magazine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like I'm going to summer school for them and
That's so
just
cool.
learning about styling and all of that.
That's
2 weeks.
awesome.
Where is that at?
New York.
New York City.
Mhm.
Nice.
Middle of it.
I've never been to New York.
Oh, you should go. It's amazing.
Maybe I
Pretty
will.
cool.
Maybe I will.
That's awesome. Where is it? Manhattan or okay?
Manhattan.
Nice.
Yep.
Paula, you and I have nothing about Vogue, so let's just leave that alone.
Yeah.
Let's just say
I'll leave that
congratulations, have a
alone.
great summer, and let's bring in Izzy Bulkley. Izzy, come on down. Senior?
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay. All right. What events did you compete in?
I did the 32 and 4x8.
Okay, so a little bit more distance.
Yeah.
32. How many miles is that?
2, so it's 8 laps.
Oh my gosh. Paula, you couldn't even walk 8
I
laps.
know.
Right now.
It'd be hard.
Was that your best event?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Where'd you finish at state?
Not good.
Not good.
I don't know. I had a good position like the whole time, and I put myself in a good spot, and I was pushing myself, but the last 50 meters didn't like me.
No. Got passed up. A couple people passed you at the end there.
Well, my legs clapped, so I kind of had to crawl to the
Oh.
finish.
Oh no.
But
Oh, you cramped up?
Cramp?
no,
Not really cramp.
I don't know. My body kind of just like, gave out, like my legs wouldn't move.
Just weren't firing
They
anymore.
were just like, felt like, I don't know.
Jello?
They just stopped, right? Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
I
finished.
finished, yeah,
You
that's the most important thing.
literally crawled to the finish line. I'm like thinking of Talladega Nights, like Ricky Bobby right now, like where they're like racing to the finish line and their cars are all in crumpled wrecks. But you finished.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Good. What's the summer hold for you?
Cross country.
Cross country.
Nice.
Man, that's another sport that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal. So, did you come from a running family?
Yeah, my older sister ran a lot.
Okay, good. Off-season goals, what do you got?
Do good in cross country.
Nice.
Well, that doesn't start till fall, so you're just going to run all summer. You're going to sign up for like the St. George Marathon? You going to run the marathon?
I wish. I'll have to wait till after high school, though.
Oh, you do? Is there an age limit on that?
No, it's just a lot of miles.
Too much training.
Yeah, it's
Too
a
much
lot.
school. She's got to keep her grades up, Paul.
That's right.
Something you never did.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring back in Coach. Nice to meet you, Izzy. Let's bring back in coaches. Coach, put a bow on this for me, and we'll let you go and let these girls go get some sleep, especially the seniors. But what a group, huh?
Yeah, they're an amazing group of girls. Not only them, but just all the whole team. Our boys and our girls. This co-ed sport, it allows them to compete against each other, and iron sharpens iron, right? And I've told them all year that if they just train really hard and listen to me, they'll be good.
The Snow Canyon State Champ Warriors. We got to get to a timeout. Hour 2 coming up. as we welcome you back. Now we've got the cameras all screwed up in here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe there's Paulie. There he is. Hour 2 here on the Fan Sports Network, Finley Hyundai Studios. Show today brought to you by our friends at Soda Diet and Nutrition. I'm down 10 and holding firm, which was not easy. Paulie and I were up all week last week at state baseball. And, I mean, there was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week, Paulie. We were at the ballpark from, dusk till dawn till dusk. And, you saw me, hey, Paulie, run to my car and grab me a protein bar. Like, we were trying to eat as good as we could. And so I was talking with my nutritionist yesterday from Soda Diet Nutrition, and she's like, you did really good. Like, not being home for 7 days, I gained like 1 pound. Like, I was 174 and then I was 175. So I felt really good about that. I was telling Paulie during the trip, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying, but it was very difficult. It's so much easier when you're at home to do field prep, meal prep. But when you're on the road, that's when you really have to buckle down and be disciplined. And having a dietitian to guide you every step of the way has been absolutely huge for me. Soda Diet. This is full coaching, structure, a deep transformation that delivers real lasting results, that they meet you where you are. They map out where you want to go, whether you want to let go of 50 pounds, 25 pounds, 100 pounds, or just 10 in my case. I just wanted to lose 10. They'll help you do a metabolic reset, get you structured meals, and they still have that spring special going that'll help you lose some weight. Your clothes will fit better. Your energy will come back. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel in control. In 90 days, think of where you could be if you go read the reviews and you pick up the phone or you go to the website and get started today. It's a 2-for-1 with that spring special. So you join now and your partner joins for free. Go to Soda Diet Nutrition. That's SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Or you can pick up the phone, call 866-800-SOTA. That's 866-800-SODA. Soda, it's state of the art.
It's time for the Top 8 at 8 on The Drive, the longest running sports talk show in town.
Well, I guess we go back to the jump, and how about the Vegas Golden Knights?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. VGK, winner, chicken dinner. How good were they last night?
Really good.
I mean, just incredible. Here is Dorofeev.
Come in. Here's Marner working through the slot. Puck came off the stick. In front, they score! Marner to Dorofeev. And the Knights take a 2-0 lead. It's a power play goal.
Power play goal. We were talking yesterday. We didn't know how the power play would work against Colorado, but the PK was great last night.
Yeah.
They even had a 2-man advantage at one point. Look, stealing game 1 for the VGK. Could this be another stand? I mean, we've thought about this team as a really good team, but they didn't really prove it all season long. They were inconsistent. Carter Hart was hurt. They've had injuries. William Karlsson missed a lot of time. Now Stone's missing time. We've had other injuries. Eichel missed a few games. But this team collectively, the depth, the strength, the experience, it's starting to stand up now as they take a 1-0 lead. And it's not too early to start thinking this team could be taking drinks out of Lord Stanley's Cup here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's not a far cry now, but it seems as if before the series, every single ESPN expert was polled. Everywhere from John Buchagras to Steve Levy to Bob Wissusen to Greg Wyszynski. And only of the 23 entrants of the expert panel that made picks, 2 of them had the Golden Knights.
Really?
So, yes. So 21 of 23 experts, quote unquote, picked the Avalanche in either 6, 7, or 5, I'm even seeing. So this is going to be a long series. I think all 3 of us picked 7 yesterday, and the Knights being on the winning side of it, I think it will go 7, 100%. I don't know if they'll be able to win that decisive game 7. We're early in the series, but the Avalanche will fight back 100%. I expect a big effort from them in game 2 and probably punch back. But to get game 1 on the road and steal home ice is big for the Knights.
Absolutely. No question about it. 4-2, the final. Off today, back in Colorado for game 2 tomorrow night. You got to believe Avalanche will be humming. We'll see if they get their injured player back. I mean, I don't think McKinnon did a lot. He did have the assist to Landeskog on the second goal. Cale Makar was missed. He really was. And it's not like Mark Stone wasn't missed.
Yeah.
But when you win 4-2, it softens that loss dramatically for the VGK.
Yeah, it does. And, you might see him get back in the lineup. I might be wrong. It might not be a season-ending injury. It might be something of the 2 to 3 weeks type that he's working through.
He was not a full go, but he did make the trip, and he did get on the ice with his team for a little bit of time yesterday, but he did not play. So read into that. Whatever is the injury, he's working through it, and it's pretty serious, and he's going to have to probably play through that injury if he does get back on the ice. It sounds like it's not something that's just going to go away in 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like it's an ACL or something catastrophic where they're just saying lower body injury and he's out for the season because he did travel with the team. So that is good news if you ask me.
Yeah.
NBA last night. Oh, baby. Watch this from Castle. Oh, my goodness. This was a poster, but it was not enough.
Wembanyama inside. He had Joe. But he's got more attention. Stephon Castle, welcome to this earth.
Welcome to this earth from Mike Chirico there. Where do you rate that dunk, Paulie?
Yeah, it's a top 7 or 8 of the season, realistically.
Yeah, it's up there, but SGA so smooth, too much. 122, 113. Reggie's like, stop it, SGA. SGA had a really good performance. I figured you picked Oklahoma City. I picked Oklahoma City. We both thought that they would bounce back after losing in double overtime. You couldn't go down 0-2. You just couldn't go down 0-2 at home where this series felt over. Now you're back in control of it, really, because Dylan Harper left last night's game with a hamstring.
Yeah.
You're without De'Aaron Fox for the San Antonio Spurs right now. So you're down 2 starters right now if Harper can't go.
Yeah, and like we were talking about earlier in the show, the series price has shifted. The Thunder were a huge favorite to start, minus 250 or more, now down to minus 160. So there is belief in the books among the Spurs and making a run at this. So I still think the smart money's on OKC, minus the 160. It'll probably jump really high if they win game 3. So now's the time if you're looking to lay into OKC.
Victor Wembanyama, 37 minutes, 21 points on 8 of 16 shooting. He did go 3 of 7 from the three-point line. 17 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, the line for Wemby. I had 4 less offensive rebounds. Hartenstein did a good job, like gooning him up and roughing him up and WWFing or WWEing or UFCing him. I mean, we showed Hartenstein's highlight clip, and his highlight clip last night was just tangling with Wemby all night long.
Yeah.
So they gave Chet a little bit of a break. It's not like Chet didn't guard him, but that's Chet's not as. He doesn't have as much weight.
No.
So Hartenstein can bump his weight into Wemby, knock him off the blocks, off his spots. I thought that was a smart coaching adjustment by OKC.
I thought so too.
Yeah. 122, 113, the final in that one last night. Now we turn our attention back to the East tonight, Paulie. And, of course, a lot of people will have eyes on this one as Cleveland will be in New York. Cleveland had a big lead with about 7-8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They were up double digits. It slipped away. The Knicks won in overtime. Both game ones in the East and the West went to overtime and double overtime in game one. Do the Knicks take a commanding 2-0 lead going to Cleveland, or can Spider Mitchell and the Cavs clap back tonight?
6.5 point number favoring the Knicks at home, 216.5 over under. I'm going to say the Knicks hold serve and win again. I just don't know that the Cleveland is a West or a finals type team. I mean, it's Mitchell and who else? I mean, a dilapidated old Harden. Jared Allen's okay. Mobley's okay. They've got some pieces, but I don't think they're good enough to beat the Knicks. So I think the Knicks win at home tonight, going away.
Yeah, there's not as much injuries in the East as there is in the West.
Yeah.
Everybody seems pretty healthy in the East. We saw, I mentioned Dylan Harper. Jalen Williams left with a hamstring last night.
Yeah.
No De'Aaron Fox. So you got 3 big names nursing significant injuries in the West, but everybody should be all hands on deck tonight in the East. It's a 6 o'clock tip. ESPN will have the coverage. And the question is, Paulie, will you be watching that game too from the historic confines of Madison Square Garden?
Yes, I will tune into this game tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure if you would or not. I really wasn't. I was.
Yeah.
You're not. You love college hoops. I feel like
Yeah.
you're not as. I know you get excited for the postseason, but it's not must watch for you. But
No, not normally.
But in the Garden, this feels
Yeah.
this feels. Now the hockey game in the East, because Montreal went to 7, that doesn't start till 6 o'clock tonight as well, right? We got Thursday night, we got game 1. So you might be taking in a little bit of that Habs at the Hurricanes game. That'll be on TNT tonight.
Yeah, I'll be getting in on that.
At 6 o'clock. What are your thoughts on that series? And maybe we can get a pick later in the show. But that should be a really fresh Carolina team that is favored minus 198 tonight.
That's pretty big.
And the Habs have had to go 7 in both the first and the second round. They're coming in on short rest, and Carolina's been off for darn near 2 weeks, it feels like.
Yeah, and Carolina at home's a really good team. But again, we saw the Knights steal game 1 against theoretically the better team on paper. I think the Habs could definitely steal game 1 here. I think they got a good shot. I know in the odds world, they're not a real favorable selection tonight. But what they've done they've won 2 game 7s against teams that are higher than them in the seeding. And they just have a ton of really young talent with Suzuki and Caulfield. And I don't know. I like the Habs. I think they're going to win tonight, honestly. I know I wasn't supposed to give out a pick, but I think they're going to win.
Okay. Well, that's the early lean from Prediction Paulie. He likes the Habs in game 1 on the road. They are big underdogs, plus 165, plus 170 on the money line.
Same thing as the Knights last night.
Pretty good juice. Pretty good juice. All right, story number 5. Jazz Ace Bailey honored by the NBA yesterday. Ace Bailey was named to the all-rookie second team.
Nice.
Bailey averaged 13.8 points, 4.2 rebounds in the 72 games he played this season. He was the 5th overall pick a year ago, and they look to hopefully keep him and pair him with the number 2, or will it be the number 2 pick in the upcoming draft?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think there's options.
I was
listening. Jazz.
I was listening to DJ and PK, and there's some smoke around Lowry Markkanen right now, and potentially trading him and moving up with the Wiz. And the Wiz have said that they're open to this, but the more that the Jazz, talk about it, the more DeMonza says, I love Utah, the more leverage the Wizard have with the Jazz if they were to pull off a potential trade. Have you done the trade machines right now to see kind of what people think it would take to
I've seen some.
To move up one spot in the upcoming NBA draft?
Yeah, Sleeper Jazz has a mock trade. Jazz received the number 1 pick. The Wizards received the number 2 pick, Ace Bailey, and 2 unprotected first-round picks.
It's too much.
Too much.
That's too much to move up one spot. I think with this deep of a draft, I think you're better served to take Peterson, Boozer, or Acuff, or
But
Caleb.
everybody knows you're head over heels for AJ, and the Wizards have that in their back pocket. They know they can stick it to the Jazz. They can get whatever they want. They want AJ so bad, they made that known.
That puts a lot of pressure on AJ.
I know.
But he does love Utah.
He prefers Utah. The organization obviously wants him. So
the fan base would love him because there's a lot of BYU fans that are also Jazz fans.
And
Look, he picked Utah Prep in Hurricane, Utah. He could have went to any prep school in the country, including IMG or fill in the blank.
That's right.
He chose Utah Prep. Then
he did,
chose,
or his handlers did.
His dad might have had a lot to say. His dad quit his job as a cop and was pretty much his handler.
His handler, yes.
Yeah, and his dad. I don't think steered him in a bad direction. This kid looks groomed to be the next big thing in the NBA.
I don't think I went back. I was thinking about, what should he have gone to North Carolina or Kansas or Baylor or one of those top programs over BYU? And I don't think that he could have done anything more for himself in any of those schools.
He led the nation in scoring at BYU.
Led the nation in scoring.
That was a good pick. So he's not getting bad advice.
No.
He's not an outward
Could have been on a
party
deeper
guy.
tournament run.
He's kind of a homebody, an introvert, so to speak, very low profile, which is actually really likable when you're talking about taking a franchise-type player with the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
You don't want a guy that you're going to have to worry about, is he going to get home safe at 2 a.m.? And I don't think that's the case with Ace telling him what to do, Mr. DeBonza.
And then, Sleeper Jazz has been putting out a lot of good stuff lately, and they put out a really interesting point. Who's to say that Utah isn't exactly what Darren Peterson wants? He said it himself. He's an antisocial loner.
Mm-hmm.
I think Utah is one of the greatest states in the U.S., but from outside looking in, it doesn't seem that way to many prospects and free agents. Look at the past with the Jazz and acquiring free agents.
I love the great state of Washington. You love the D.C. area. You love West Virginia, where you went to college. I love the Northwest. But Utah has been my home since 1998. I never left. There's a reason I never left Utah. I love it here. I love it here. I've had opportunities to go elsewhere, and I chose to stay here, raise the kids, and love my job. And why would you leave? Like, look around us, all these golf courses, all these Zion, Bryce, Grand Canyon, trip to Vegas is quick to catch a night's game or your favorite concert or favorite comedy show. Salt Lake, it's a drive. You get tired of making that drive. I made it 5 weeks in a row, but it's really not that bad.
And this is what he says, which is interesting. A lot of Jazz fans are scared that the number 2 pick might not sign an extension here in Utah, which is fair, and I understand that looking at the past track record.
Gordon Hayward.
But this is a whole new team. New owner, new front office, new coach, new players, new brand, newish arena, and dare I say, a new state. I think that Darren Peterson will be a Jazz man on June 23rd, and I honestly believe that the amount of love and enthusiasm the Jazz fans will have for him will silence any doubt he may have about Utah, similar to the way we rallied behind Ace, regardless of the way his agency portrayed Utah. So it's clear that DeBonza wants to go to Utah, but I don't think he will. I kind of agree with Sleeper Jazz. I think the Wizards are going to hold the pick and take Jabonza.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, and that's what I would do.
They got to do what's best for their franchise.
That's what I would do if I were them and I had that pick.
They got to do what's best for their franchise.
And that's why I think the Jazz would have to give up way too much to change their mind, even though they've said they're open to it.
Well, they got him over a barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wizards know the Jazz want DeBonza, so they're going to ask for a king's ransom for him. That's 2 picks.
You know what the Jazz
Ace
should
Bailey
do?
And the 2
You know what the Jazz should do?
Just hold it 2 and take Peterson.
Trade down and get the 4th and the 5th and give up the 2nd and take Caleb Wilson and Darius Acuff and load up. Load up.
That's a take.
All right. Story number 6 or 7. I've lost track. Real Salt Lake will wrap up their pre-World Cup slate this weekend. Claret and Cobalt will hit the road to take on Minnesota United on Saturday. They got 25 points this season. That's good for 3rd in the Western Conference. I was talking with some people at the soccer game last night up in Cedar City, and they're like, "Oh, we went up to the Inter Miami game and watched Messi play." And I took my daughter up to a game. Really fun team to watch. And I think Diego Luna is going to be on the World Cup team, is he not? They got Gozo. This is a good team, so it'd be fun to see how they do. Got to get to this. First, the bad news, then we'll get to the good news. The BYU baseball team lost in the Big 12 tournament. The 9th-seeded Cougars fell 13-9 to Baylor down in Arizona. Bryker Herdsman, former Desert Hills Thunder, had a couple RBIs in the loss. So BYU's Big 12 run and the season comes to an end. They finished 28-28 for Coach Trent Pratt. That was Luke Anderson's senior season, former Snow Canyon Warrior.
Yeah.
You had him and Herdsman and Ridge Erickson, a lot of Region 9 guys on that roster. Now to the good news, Utah Tech baseball.
Yeah. How about these
We
guys?
were watching this in the studio yesterday. Well, me and Caden were sitting here watching, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. And what a pitching performance for Tyler Ray. We had Coach Chris Fatenauer on the show yesterday, Paul. And he said, we're not messing with the rotation. We're going to stay with Tyler Ray. He's got the most rest.
Yeah.
We're not going to go with Dakota West in game 1. We're going to save him for game 2, whether it's an elimination game or give him the ball against Cal Baptist, because they were waiting to see who would win between Utah Tech yesterday and UT Arlington. And Utah Tech gets 8 innings gives up 4 hits, shutout baseball from Tyler Ray. Ryan Krapel comes in, works the 9th, and Utah Tech wins 4-0. They will play Cal Baptist today, 12:05. Local time, 11:05 down there in Mesa, Arizona, Holofac Field, and that will be a lot of fun. If they win that game, they are 2 wins away from a regional appearance for Utah Tech baseball. That would be unprecedented as a Division I institute.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'm seeing the mocks, the NCAA is putting out their projections of the field, and most projections have who Utah Tech is playing today in Cal Baptist. So it would be a massive win. They've got the pitcher of the year in the conference, so it's going to be tough. But let's see how they can string together some hits and do what they've done all season. They've been a great offensive team. So despite who's on the mound for Cal Baptist, just keep it in front of you. Try and win one at a time.
It's the 2026 University Credit Union Western Athletic Conference postseason baseball tournament. It continues. The 3rd seed Blazers, the 2 seed Lancers. These 2 teams have had their run-ins over the years, going back to the old Pac West days when they were both Division II schools. And now they've been in the WAC, and obviously they're not going to be in the same conference moving forward. Cal Bap is not going to the Big Sky, and Utah Tech is. And so that's going to be a little bit of a change. So we won't get those Coach Rick Croy and John Judkins basketball rivalries on the sidelines in hoops. But Utah Tech head-to-head, 29-29 all time with Cal Baptist. Dead even. If you go back through the Pac West days, the Blazers have won 15 of the last 25 versus the Lancers overall. But in WAC play, since they've both been WAC teams, Blazers are only 8-11 against the Lancers. So this will be the 6th all-time meeting in postseason between these 2 schools. So nice Wednesday win. Now you got to turn around and do it all over again. Dakota West will be on the bump for Coach Fate and Utah Tech. Again, 12:05 ESPN Plus, the coverage. Paulie, you got a prediction on that game?
Ooh.
Can Tech get them?
Yeah, they can get them. I don't know if they will, but they definitely can.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Fate now are 14 years, the skip of Utah Tech. Got to love these guys. Got to love this group with Kyle McDaniel and Ryan Krapel and Petey Soto and Finnegan Stewart and Durham Miller. Like this is a team that looks like they're built for postseason. This feels like it could be a special run in the making, but this is a big one today. You get this one, and the path becomes a lot easier when you knock the Lancers down with a loss, and you might have to go through them again. We'll have to wait and see. Again, 12:05 ESPN Plus. That's your top 8 at 8. We got to get to a break. We'll be right back.
sports.
Wall to wall and I still ain't sold out.
It's The Drive, live on The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. Show today brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health has a summer shred. Oh, yeah. You want to lose some weight this summer? Beef up! Come on, Paulie, flex those guns over there.
Yeah.
Look at those. Those are like diamonds, small and hard to find, baby.
That's
Yeah. Game Day Men's Health. Always free testosterone tests. And you get your results back in 15 minutes at Game Day Men's Health. Reclaim your game. But that summer shred, this is like a $900+ value discounted down to $5.99. This is going to be 3 peptides all in one. That's going to be a game changer. I'm actually going to start the summer shred next week, and we'll tell you more about it. But if you want to join with me, get your hands on it, just go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Or you could always call or text the text line. The girls will get back to you there. Great staff down at Game Day Men's Health as soon as they get in, get going for the day. So if you want to pick up the old telly right now, you can text him, say, hey, I want more info on the summer shred. Or you can text him, hey, I would like to get my free T test. I need to know where my T levels are. Call or text 435-265-4223. That's 435-265-4223. Summer shred, $5.99 a month. You're gonna get ripped. And you're going to lose some weight and put on some muscle. Oh, baby. Peptides are kind of the big buzzword in the health industry the last couple of years. And if you haven't tried them, I've tried the BPC 157. Been great for my golf game. Been great for my back. Actually, my handicap's down like a full 2 right now. So that's been fun to see the back feeling good thanks to that BPC 157. Reclaim your game. Again, call or text. Free T-test. 15 minutes or less. Your results come back to you in-house. 435-265-4223. Also, I want to shout out our friends at the Rev Tour, new sponsor of the show, Paulie. You've been hearing me talk about it. Jim's going to be in next week, the tour director here in St. George, to kind of recap. I think next Wednesday, the spring, the inaugural spring Rev Golf Tour wraps up.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the flights, winners in the A flight, the B flight, the C flight. But the Summer League will start next month, mid to late June. So you got time. Right now is the perfect time to join. You get a full-year membership. You get the Summer League coming up, the Fall League, and 2027 Spring League. And if you use FAN50, FAN50, you'll get $50 off on your tour membership. And you got a week to play your golf round. So, you know, wherever they're playing that week, you just go get a tee time. You go play that round. Live leaderboard, input your scores. Flight winners go to a regional. Regional winners go to a national. Going to be a ton of fun. Go to TheRevSTG.com. TheRevSTG.com to learn more. Use FAN50. You'll get $50 off your tour membership. If you have any questions, you want more information, TheRevSTG.com, or you can call or text 435-414-6263. Had a blast. Me and Jim and TC and TC's son-in-law, we went and played Coral Canyon on Tuesday because I missed last week because I was up doing state baseball. Yeah. And I remember last week I was telling everybody I got one day to play my match, and it's Sunday, and I hadn't really forgotten, but I had my anniversary. So it wasn't going to be doable. So I just, but the nice thing is with the Rev Tour, how they do it is they throw out 3 weeks and take your top 5 scores. So you actually are on vacation, or you're sick, or you have an anniversary, or you're working like I was. You can still get your 5 scores in that count towards your season total. So it's really cool. It's really cool. I love the format. I think this is going to grow like crazy. I'm loving it. I think you will too. So check it out. The Rev Tour, STG.com, and use FAN50 at checkout. Amateur golf league, and you're playing against common opponents, same skill set as you. So Knights win last night. Yeah. Spurs and Thunder now tied 1-1 going to Game 3 down in San Antonio. You got Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals, Habs at Carolina tonight. That's at 6 o'clock. And you've got Game 2 in the East in the NBA, Cavs at Madison Square Garden, taking on the Knicks. So we're getting into the last about month. By the time the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals roll around, we're going to be doing Paul's top 10 list of fantasy running backs. We start digging for content. We still got some great content here on a Thursday late in the month of May.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff still. I mean, whenever you get into June, July, start of August, it's pretty lean.
You're kind of looking at
content.
You're looking at like the U.S. Open in June, Father's Day weekend,
Yeah.
the NASCAR races, and then Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not a ton.
Well,
so.
I know you get excited about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, I get excited.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. Speaking of the Nathan's
Joey.
hot dogs, Joey, the reigning
Chestnut.
champion and 17-time winner of the Nathan's famous international hot dog eating contest, will compete in the July 4th spectacle while on probation after he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge. So that was just reported.
Fight, huh?
We got in a little tussle, I guess. That was reported 54 minutes ago, but he will be there in competing to.
So I just teed up
maintain
breaking
his
news
title.
for you to report, and I did not know that
I
headline.
did not know. I just saw it as you said that.
I was just talking about things that come up in the summer that you could potentially watch.
Yes. Well, that's something, though. Chestnut. How
Wow.
about him? He's going to compete still.
And while, the hockey and the NBA will be front and center tonight, today during the day, I will be all eyes on this Utah Tech baseball game. Did you watch any of the game yesterday?
I did not catch any of it yesterday, so I will be in today.
Yeah.
As well as the Big 12 tournament. I'm going to watch a lot of college baseball throughout the day. I saw the slate. There's a ton of games.
There's a bunch of games.
Yeah.
I love me some college baseball. And coming out of the state tournament where you and I broadcast 16 games last week, I thought maybe I would have my fill of baseball, but give me some more.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it helps that my team's having a really good year this year. My school's number 9 in the country, number 2 seed in the Big 12 tournament. They play today, as well as Utah Tech and some other games. Michigan plays Ohio State in the baseball rivalry. There's a lot of good games today. SEC tournament in full swing. Like, if you want to watch some quality college baseball, today's your day.
Yeah, I agree. If you missed it yesterday, Tyler Ray, 8 innings on the bump, gave up 4 hits, pitched the shutout, and now they're on to the quarterfinals today. They'll face the 2 seed Cal Baptist. Now, Cal Baptist is no slouch. They went 43-13 this year, Paulie.
Yeah.
And Utah Tech is 33 wins to 22 losses. So 9 more losses for Tech. Now, I haven't studied Cal Baptist's schedule. I don't know if they played UNLV, BYU, Washington State, Utah, some of these, Division I bigger schools that Utah Tech played. But still, we went and won 9 more games than we did last year. Got the 3 seed. I remember last year this team making a run. They won their first game and then lost 2 heartbreakers at the WAC tournament. I feel like this year, Coach Fates really got a little bit of confidence in the moxie of this team and the makeup of this team. This feels like it could be something special. And yesterday was a step in that right direction for Utah Tech baseball.
Yeah, UVU. We saw them with Landon Fry and a bunch of Region 9 guys a couple years ago beat Oregon in the regional.
That's right.
It's pretty cool. Like, all you need to do is get in the dance. I mean, once you get there, everyone's on the same playing field. So.
And look, I mean, the Mavericks that they beat yesterday, they were 19-30. Okay, now you're playing a 40.
But it was a team that gave them hell. I mean, the Mavericks.
They lost 2 out of 3 on the road.
2 out of 3, yeah.
Yeah. Pair of runs. It was 0-0 until the bottom of the 4th inning, and then that's all the run support that Tyler Ray needed. Ryan Krapel reached on a walk, then came around to score on a Finnegan Stewart RBI single. Then Mays Madsen lined out to center and got an RBI when Miller Durham scored, and that was a 2-0 lead, and they never relinquished it all the way to the finish.
Yeah. I mean, they got some confidence right now, does the baseball team. So let's see if they can bottle that up against, obviously, one of the best pitchers in not only the WAC, but in the Western United States. So Cal Baptist, going to be a tough challenge, but I think they're ready for this.
Yeah.
They want this.
Well, I remember they went down to Cal Baptist earlier in the season. It was in April, and Cal Baptist took 2 of 3.
Yeah.
But so did UT Arlington. So The Blazers were a little bit better at the Bruce than they were on the road, but they had a winning record on the road this year with a 33-22 record. You got to be good at both home and you got to win on the road. They won 7-3, but they lost 10-1 and lost 6-0.
Yeah.
So who knows what today will bring? Dakota West, we know, will get the ball for Coach Fadenauer tonight. And, you're coming off the all-WAC postseason all-conference stuff. We had Fade on the show yesterday. We were talking about Ryan Krapel, who was the preseason MVP. He lands on the first team. Of course, he came over from third base to pitch and got the final 3 outs yesterday in relief of Tyler Ray to seal the victory. You also had Kyle McDaniel and catcher Ty Johnson. I was a little surprised Petey Soto dropped down to the second team.
Yeah.
Miller Durham was also second team.
Pretty crazy that Durham was on the second team. He had the WAC's leading hitter award. He was a .395 hitter. That was the highest average in the entire WAC conference.
It's kind of like high school when the coaches all get together and vote, and whoever wins the conference usually gets more slots. And
sure.
And people are like, well, your team's really good, so you must have good players, and so we're going to give you a couple extra guys on the first team. I mean, 5 on all WAC is still pretty good for Coach Fate.
No, it's really good.
Petey did make all defensive team.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he's so good at shortstop.
That's right.
Of course, they're moving to the Mountain West in baseball next year, so this will be the final hurrah here ever in WAC play for Utah Tech athletics. I don't think if they make a regional, they'll be the final team, playing games at the university. I mean, school's been out for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
And they're still playing some ball and stick down in Mesa, hopefully through the weekend. If they win tonight, today, it's a day game, thank you. They would play, I believe, tomorrow afternoon. They've had that early game the first couple days. Today, again, the same start time as they had yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think if they win, they would move to an afternoon game on Friday. It might even be the nightcap Friday, but it's a true double elimination.
Looks like an 11 a.m. game Friday for the winner of the Cal Baptist Utah Tech game.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
11 a.m. Friday, May 22nd.
So they're going to stay in the early window. And if they win that game, they go straight to Saturday.
Tarleton plays who won? Sac State or Abilene?
I didn't see the final.
Well, they play the winner of that game at 3:00. So the Utah Tech plays 11 a.m. and then Tarleton will be at 3, and then tomorrow, Friday, they'll play at 11 a.m. for that decisive game.
You got the bracket up in front of you. I did not. I was going off memory off the graphic, but I didn't look.
I mean, you got the losers bracket, which will submit one to the championship.
So at the WAC tournament, Utah Tech, Sac State, ACU advance on day one. So Utah Tech won 4-0 over UT Arlington.
Yeah.
Sac State beat Abilene Christian 9-4. And then Abilene Christian had to play UT Arlington in an elimination game. And Abilene Christian won 5-3. So UT Arlington, the team Tech beat yesterday, lost twice yesterday. They are out.
Okay.
So you've got the 4 seed, the 3, 4, and 5. The higher seeded teams all won yesterday, and now you get the 1 and 2 going today.
Yeah,
in Tarleton State and Cal Baptist. So
that's right.
Lot of fun. I love the true double elimination. I love the baseball postseason format. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. All right, 12:05 Mountain Time, ESPN Plus, Utah Tech baseball. Let's go, Fate. Bring them home, boys. Let's go. All right. Show recap, some shots for the road, some thoughts on tonight. Let's get to some picks. Again, I mentioned the NBA tonight. You think that the Cavs can even the series, or you like the Knicks at home tonight? You like the Knicks at home?
Yeah.
What about against the number?
Probably still go with the Knicks.
You're going to lay the juice.
Yep.
You're going to lay the points.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think Cleveland blowing that lead proved they can play with the Knicks. I would expect another close one. I would. I would disagree with you there. I'm not disagreeing with you that Knicks could win because Game 1 seemed like it was there for the taking. But if you're going to give me Cleveland again, about a similar number than the other night, I think they were plus 6.5 the other night, plus 7. Now they're plus 6 straight up.
Sure.
I think Cleveland can keep. Yeah. I think they can keep it close because While Donovan Mitchell played fine, I didn't think that Jared Allen and Sam Merrill played pretty good. But there were some other guys that kind of didn't really play as good as they had been in the previous series where they knocked out the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons.
I'd agree with that.
And I don't know if Jalen Brunson can go for 38 again. It wouldn't shock me. But he was kind of the one that put that team on his back and did a lot of the heavy lifting last night.
I'd agree.
Or last game, I should say, not last night. Last night was out in the West with San Antonio losing to OKC, and now that series is tied up 1 game apiece. So you like Knicks -6. I'll take the Cavs plus the 6. All right, let's go to the Habs-Carolina NHL game tonight.
Yeah.
Carolina is a big, almost 2-1 favorite, -198.
I got a feeling on the Habs. I would definitely take the plus 1.5 for the Habs. It's a 1-goal game, I think. But do they win? I'll probably go away from my original assertion. I think Carolina does get it done, but by 1 goal and maybe in overtime.
It's the rest versus rust.
Yeah. I like the team that's been playing.
The plus 1.5 is -155.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. If you want Carolina to lose by a goal or win, if it gets to overtime, you're guaranteed to win, right?
Yeah.
But Carolina -191 now I'm seeing on the money line.
Yeah.
Montreal plus 164.
And just to put it for Utah Tech, their odds, I just found them for college baseball. Utah Tech, neutral site game against Cal Baptist. The Lancers -195. Utah Tech plus 150. Over under 13 runs.
Wow.
Is the over under today. So big run total expected for Utah Tech.
Wow. That's Dakota West on the bump. Cal Baptist has the pitcher of the year on their team.
Could be. Wow. That's a big number for college baseball.
13. Well, it was 10-1, 7-3, and 6-0.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
but none of
trending that way.
None of those went over.
Yeah.
None of those games went over 13 in the regular season when they played down in Riverside.
Yeah.
I like the under a lot.
It's a big number for college baseball, especially with a pitcher as good as Cal Baptist is throwing out there.
I mean, and Dakota West has been probably the most consistent pitcher as the number 2 guy, the Friday night guy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of alarming, honestly. 13 runs. They're expecting a shootout today. Shootout.
I was trying to see what his ERA was. I was pulling up Dakota West's ERA this year because I was curious to know, what that looks like. And I'll go down to pitching here. Dakota West, 4.70 earned run average. He is 6-4. He started 14 games, 68 strikeouts, only 25 walks. But he's been a guy. I mean, Tyler Ray had given up the team high 13 home runs, and he shut out UT Arlington. They got a really, and you saw him fired up when he left the field in the 8th.
Yeah.
I mean, Dakota West should be locked in. I still love the under. I mean, Dakota's only given up 7 home runs in 78 innings pitched this year.
I like the under.
It's a big ballpark, too.
Yeah.
It's hard to hit home runs in that ballpark down there.
That's right. I agree. I think I would take the under 13. The play on the game, though, will be tough. I don't have a play on the game.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for the drive, you guys. We got a couple minutes left here.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes, baby.
We got a couple minutes left. I forgot we cleared our last break there earlier in the show. I was thinking we had to get to a break, but we don't. Where were we going next, Paulie? Did you make a pick on the NHL game? You took the Habs or no?
I'm going to go with the
Carolina to win.
Canes
and OT. All right. And you like the Knicks, and I like the Cavs. We both like the under in the Utah Tech game tonight.
Mm-hmm. And the line's out for tomorrow's game, Vegas and Colorado. Same money line, basically. -192, plus 160 on the other way. So interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you figured OKC would fight back at home. You would figure Colorado.
Yeah, I feel like that -192, if you've got a good amount to put on it, that's something you could pretty much chalk it up. I think Colorado's going to come out swinging in game 2.
It's hard to get a gut feel on the VGK.
Yeah.
I remember you and I were driving up to the state baseball tournament last week, and I said, what's the real Vegas Golden Knights team? Is it the team that lost 3-1 in game 2 to the Ducks? Or lost in game 2 to the Mammoth? or game 3 to the Mammoth? Like, or is it the teams that closed it out in 6 and looked really, and I think we saw last night, even shorthanded for both teams, a really good effort for the VGK. And Colorado cannot play worse, and they're going to make some adjustments.
Yeah, they won't play worse.
I would expect it to be a hotly contested game 2 tomorrow night.
I think so. I think it's going to be a lot more spirited effort from Colorado, who kind of looks sluggish to start that game, to go down 3-0 at home. That's pretty embarrassing for a team as good as they are. So I think they will have, whether that be the leaders firing them up, Jared Bednar, the coach. Somebody's got to get some fire lit under these guys. They've been coasting.
It's not going to be like you're hitting the "that is easy" button, but you're not hitting the panic button if you're Colorado either.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I think Colorado's really aware of the task in front of them. They got to win game 2, and then it's a brand new series once again.
Yep.
But right now, like if you take a look at the odds, I was talking about the odds for who was it? The Cavs or somebody earlier in the show. But when you look at the conference winner, Western Conference winner, Avalanche were like minus 300 almost to start the series. Now minus 115.
Ooh.
Minus 105 for the Knights the other way. So
yeah, if you're going to bet the series price, you should have bet it before game 1.
Way too late now.
But if you like Colorado to clap back, you
can get great odds.
Yeah, that's how it works sometimes with those future bets.
Play it both ways a little bit.
Yeah.
Try and middle them a little bit. But I think the Avalanche to win the series is a good bet. And so is the Knights. They're obviously going off at almost even money each.
Stories we didn't get to, Ed Orgeron is back to be an assistant with LSU on Lane Kiffin's staff. And Eagles linebacker Smith arrested. His car was Nolan Smith, 135 miles an hour down in Georgia.
Wow.
In a 70-mile-an-hour zone.
Wait a second. Is he
60 over
Smith? He's a Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah.
Those boys like to go fast.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's been so many of them.
He played with Jalen Carter and Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis.
Jalen Carter got arrested for street racing or
Yeah.
something. So I
There
think
must
these
be
Bulldogs, some in the water
Some
down
in Athens. They're juicing those cars.
Yeah.
Hey, this has been The Drive, brought to you by Zag, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Summit Athletic Club. The rock hunt is starting at the end of the month. The 3 mini rocks and then the 3 main rocks, over $33,000 up for grabs. Appreciate Game Day Men's Health, Soda Diet Nutrition, the Rev Golf Tour, Wilkinson's, Jimmy John's, and Finley Hyundai. This has been The Drive. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.